Hello students, in previous class we discussed about amplitude, frequency, pitch. Okay, to know about that also we performed some activities. Today in this class we are discussing about sound pollution, audible sounds, noise and music. Okay, so now we are discussing about the topic. Normal sounds consist of mixed frequencies. In our daily activities we hear many different sounds. Okay, so in our daily activities we hear different types of sounds, but we generally do not concentrate on every sound that we hear. Okay, but we are not concentrate on every sound that which we are hearing. All these different sounds are produced with different frequencies and with different amplitude. So these all different sounds are produced with different frequencies and with different amplitudes. Okay, for example, the different sounds produced in a classroom before the commencement of the class. So if if we observe these sounds, we can find that no two persons produce the same sounds of equal pitch and amplitude. Okay, so in our class also we can hear the different types of sounds. Okay, in our classroom also we can listen the different types of sounds. If you observe that sounds carefully, no two persons produce the same sound of equal pitch and amplitude. Okay, so why do we produce the sounds with different pitches or amplitudes while speaking? Why? Because the vibrations in pitch and amplitude of a sound during the speech help us to communicate with other in the form of language. Okay, so the vibration in pitch and amplitude of a sound during our speech help us to communicate with other in form of language. So the variations in pitch and amplitude of a sound during our speech help us to communicate with others in form of language. Okay, so the primitive man had to develop the language to speak, but he has used to communicate with signs and some sounds and which had no written equivalent. So later in the process of evolution, these sounds became a source of a meaningful communication and eventually were converted into written forms. So this leads to the development of a full form of language which we hear, which we are all using now to communicate. So the primitive man had no developed language to speak, so but he had used to communicate with signs and some sounds which had no written equivalent. So later in the process of evolution, these sounds became a source of a meaningful communication and eventually were converted into the written forms. This leads to the development in the full form of language and which we are all using now to communicate. Not only human beings but animals too have a mechanism of communication by producing the sounds with different frequencies and amplitudes according to their needs. Okay, so not only human beings, animals also have a mechanism of communication. How the animals are communicate with other animals? By producing the sounds with different frequencies and amplitudes according to their needs. Okay, by that these animals and birds communicate with the other animals or birds. Okay, the parts of speech organ which are involved in producing the sounds are vocal cord, lips, teeth and tongue, nose and throat. Okay, these are the organs which are involved in producing the sounds. Okay, naturally the words that we utter do not have a single sound but are a combination of sounds with different frequencies and amplitudes. Okay, so the words that we utter do not have a single sound but that are the combination of sounds with different frequencies and amplitude. So the sounds produced for each letter possess a particular frequency. Okay, the sound produced for each letter that have a particular frequency. The word is a combination of different letters of different frequencies. Okay, So the word is we are saying words now. That word is a combination of different letters and different frequencies, and the word is a sound of mixed frequencies. Word is a sound of mixed frequencies. Sometimes same word is uttered in different ways to express the different emotions. So the words that we utter do not have a single sound but are the combination of sounds with different frequencies and amplitude. Okay, the sound produced in each letter possesses a particular frequency, and the word is a combination of different letters of different frequencies. That is, the word is a sound of mixed frequencies. Sometimes same word uttered in different ways to express different emotion. For example, the word no is uttered in different pitches to express negativity, anger, and frustration. Okay, so uh, we are using sometimes same word is using in different ways to express different emotion. For example, the word no is uttered in different pitches to express negativity, anger, and frustration. So when we are with so much angry, and when we are in frustration, so we want to express the word no, then how we will say? Okay, in simple words we can say no. This pitch and frequency will be different. So when we are anger, when we are in frustration, if we say no, then that frequency and that pitch will be different. Okay, now we will discuss about noise and music. Okay, how do you feel when you hear sounds in busy traffic? They are unpleasant to hear. How do you feel while listening to the songs from a radio? So it is very pleasant to hear. Okay, which of the above sounds are more pleasant to hear? Songs from the radio are more pleasant to listen. Okay, so the sound coming from the busy traffic is unpleasant to hear, and the songs coming from the radio are pleasant to hear, and the songs from the radio are more pleasant to listen. We enjoy the sounds in a music concern. They are pleasant to hear, but there are some sounds which are unpleasant to hear, like the sounds produced when a steel plate or utensil is dropped on the floor. Okay, so there are some sounds they are pleasant to hear, but there are some sounds that are unpleasant to hear. Okay, which are that sounds? The sounds produced when a steel plate or utensil is dropped on the floor. This sound is unpleasant to hear. Okay, the sounds which are pleasant to hear are called as music, and the sounds which are not pleasant to hear are called as noise. Okay, the sounds which are pleasant to hear are called as music. The sounds which are not pleasant to hear is called as noise. Noise is an irregular combination of sounds which are unpleasant to hear. This noise is Thus noise is an irregular combination of sounds which are unpleasant to hear, and music is a combination of sounds that produced in an order and pleasant to hear. Okay, this music is a combination of sounds that are produced in an order and that are pleasant to hear. And now we will discuss about audible range. One of our sense organ, ear, that enable us to hear a number of sounds. Okay, so one of our sense organ is here. With the help of this ear we can hear the different types of sounds. Next, are we able to hear the all sounds produced in our surroundings? Okay, are we able to hear the all the sounds produced in our surroundings? Do we hear the sounds produced by bats? No, the sound produced by the bats are ultrasonic. Ultrasonic waves are inaudible sounds. Hence, we don't hear the sound produced by sounds. Okay. So, what is the meaning of inaudible sounds and audible sounds? Now we will discuss. Okay. So no, the sounds, okay, do we hear the sound produced by the bats? Why? No, the sound produced by the bats are ultrasonic. Ultrasonic waves are inaudible sounds, hence we don't hear the sounds produced by the bats. So what is the meaning of audible sounds and inaudible sounds? Now we will discuss. Okay, so one of our sense organ, ear, enable us to hear the number of sounds. So are we able to hear the all sounds produced by in our surroundings? No. Okay, the sounds that a normal human being can hear are called as audible sounds. Okay, the sounds that a normal human being can hear are called as audible sounds. Okay, so the sounds which the normal human being can hear are called as audible sounds. The sounds that a normal human being cannot hear are called as inaudible sounds. Okay, the sounds that normal human being cannot hear are called as inaudible sounds. Frequency of the audible sounds range from 20 cycles per second to 20,000 cycles per second. Okay, so the frequency of a audible sound range, it is from 20 cycles per second to 20,000 cycles per second, and the frequency of inaudible sounds are less than 20 cycles per second or greater than 20,000 cycles per second. Okay, the frequency of inaudible sounds are, it is less than 20 cycles per second or greater than 20,000 cycles per second. Now we will discuss about the sound pollution. This sound pollution is a serious problem like air pollution and water pollution. Okay, it is harmful to the human beings. It is harmful to human beings. We express the loudness of a sound coming from the various sources in decibels. Okay, we express the loudness of a sound, it is coming from the various sources in decibel, dB. So which we have already learned in this chapter. Okay, already we discussed now. And the sound produced in our normal conversation is about 60 decibel, and its loudness, the sound produced in our normal conversation is above 60 decibel. If the loudness exceeds 80 decibel, the sounds becomes physically painful. Okay, if the loudness exceeds 80 decibel, the sounds becomes physically painful. The sound produced in our normal conversation is above 60 decibel. If the loudness exceeds 80 decibel, then the sounds become physically painful. If a person is being exposed to the sound of 80 decibel continuously, it may lead to hearing problem. Okay, if the person is being exposed to the sound of 80 decibel continuously, then what happen? It may lead to hearing problem. Let us observe the sounds that are responsible for sound pollution. Okay, so now we will discuss about the sounds that are responsible for the sound pollution. In our surroundings, there are many sound causing sound pollutions. In our surroundings, there are many sound causing sound pollution, like sounds from the traffic or sounds by motorbikes and their horns, and sounds in construction sites, and sounds at industries, sounds at mines, and sounds during the explosion and bursting of crackers, etc. In our surroundings, there are many sound causing sound pollutions, like sound of traffic, sound by motorbikes, their horns, and sound in construction sites, and sound at industries, sound at mines, and sound during the explosion and bursting of crackers, etc. Okay, the unwanted sound in our surroundings leads to sound pollution. The unwanted sounds in our surroundings that leads to sound pollution. There are some more sources of sound pollution in our home, like mixers and grinders. Okay, so due to this unwanted sounds in our surroundings, then the sound pollution will occur. There are some more sources of sound pollution in our home are mixer or grinder, washing machines and motors, etc. So write some more sources of sound pollution in your. We will discuss about the effects of sound pollution. What are the harmful effects of sound pollution? The first harmful effect is loss of hearing. Okay, the first harmful effect of sound pollution is loss of hearing, and it also leads to several health related problems. Okay, and it leads to several health related problems like sleeplessness, hypertension, and increasing in blood pressure. And these are the full effects of sound pollution. And what are the measures we will take to control the sound pollution? Measures to control the sound pollution are: we cannot stop producing of sound, but we can reduce the sound pollution by some measures. Okay, so we cannot stop the production of sound, but we can reduce the sound pollution by some measures. Okay, so let us list the steps which can be taken to reduce the sound pollution. Attach the silencers to bikes and other machine to reduce the sound. So to reduce the sounds, attach silencers to the bikes and other machines, and manufacture of machines that work with less noise. So it is better to manufacture the machines which work with less noise. And during the use of TVs and tape recorders, tone down the volume of the sound. Okay, when we are using the TVs and tape recorders, it is better to tone down the volume of sound. And plant trees to reduce the sound pollution. To reduce the sound pollution, plant the trees. Okay, so this noise pollution means uh, presence of excessive or unwanted sounds in the atmosphere is called as noise pollution. What are its major causes? Okay, the presence of excessive or unwanted sounds in the atmosphere is called as noise pollution. Major causes of noise pollution are sounds of vehicles, explosions including bursting of crackers, machines, and loudspeakers. And how can the noise pollution be controlled in a residential area? So by following these steps, we can control the noise pollution in our residential area. What are that? The noisy operations must be conducted away from any residential area. Okay, noise producing industries should be set up away from such areas, and uses of automobile horns are minimized, and TV and music system should be run at a lower volume, and plants must be planted along the roads and around the buildings to minimize the harmful effect of noise pollution. Okay, to minimize the harmful effect of noise pollution in a residential area, we should follow these steps. Do you know MS Subbalakshmi was famous for her melodious music, and it would MS Subbalakshmi was famous for her melodious music. It would be difficult to overstate the talent and the impact made by Srimati MS Subbalakshmi, not just in the field of Karnataka music, but also as a philanthropist and a person who placed her life at the service to the country and people. Okay, she rendered her voice to devotional songs. And Ghantasala Venkateshwar Rao was famous playback singer. He was famous for his melodious voice. He sang more than 10,000 songs in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam, and worked as a music director for over 100 films. His private songs were equally popular, and his devotional songs are popular even today. So, in this chapter, we discussed about the sound, how the sound is produced. Sound is produced by vibrating bodies. We discussed, and this sound is how the sound is traveled. The sound is traveled from one place to another place in the form of waves. Okay, about that we discussed. And so propagation of sound. The propagation of sound, it need a medium. Sound need a medium for its propagation. Okay, sound travel through the solids, liquids, and gases. Okay, that we discussed. and we discussed about the amplitude, frequency, pitch, shrillness, vibrations we discussed, and we discussed about the audible sound and inaudible sound, and discussed about music and noise, and we discussed about the sound pollution. So what is the meaning of sound pollution? How can we protect, what are the steps we have to follow to protect ourselves from the sound pollution? And we discussed about the music players also.